as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Bullard under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Running with McFarland. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, first down. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put him in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
He was brought down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Hey, you got three down. Pick and choose the Mike. Watch Mike. 70 Lion.
On the ground, it's McFarland. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 36. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
36-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
You got tight right there. Check the back. 19, Tiger.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And a little floater there is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch him work, watch him hate, watch him learn, can't relate. Watch his skirt out the mud, out the dirt, above the
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Bullard, 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
22-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down. Bullard going for it all. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Titans nothing.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
For the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Here's Edwards-Helaire. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Edwards-Helaire the ball.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
The ball carrier,
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On first down, McFarland. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
To throw on second down, Bullard. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
You can fall or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think
The Titans offense set to begin the drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
At the 18-yard line.
Allen going to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where, in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back back to throw. Bullard. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more.
And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, Bullard. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down.
Actually on for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
Badgley's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
At the 23-yard line.
Play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on third down. Now Allen. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on second and long. Allen. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Allen now on first down. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. From the gun, it's Allen. Over the middle here to Brown. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down. Allen to throw once more. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
Allen's pass.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Down.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Michael Pittman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans were able to make this a close game again. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throw left side complete. It's Frazier. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 3, check 3. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Off play action. Bullard. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Mecole Hardman the intended target, but it'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To throw again. Bullard. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Frazier. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Operating from the gun. Bullard. He'll get this one to McFarland out of the backfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
At the 32-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. That's complete. It's Anthony McFarland. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 16 yards on the play. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
The 16-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 33. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll keep it on the ground. McLean. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Back at the 40-yard line.
So still 14 yards to go, second down. And now they'll throw with Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off around the 41. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Christian Fulton.
Throwing again. Bullard. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. McFarland, he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Bullard. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores.
It's the score. Steelers 24, Titans 7. Mike Badgley.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Allen now looks to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A nice run there on 1st down as Henry uses his size to plow forward. Call it a pickup of 7. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
At the Titans 24.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a run with McFarland. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd and 2, Bullard. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's McFarland. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 3-yard line.
McFarland once more. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Anthony McFarland with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Here I come! Here I come! Alert! Slam!
On second down now. McLean. And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's third down. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. McLean, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A 4-yard pickup on the play.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Allen. Going right side here, and that's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Tennessee.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
27-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second.
To the air. Allen. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Again, McFarland. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Steelers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is third and 9. Back to throw. Bullard. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Allen, he's going to sling this deep downfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. From the gun, Allen. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On now is the Titans punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Returnable for Spencer. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Frazier. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Watch twins. Watch twins. Check it out, read. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bullard. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Bullard got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
40 extra point.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
He's taken down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And, boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the gun on third down. Bullard, he's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
50's the mark. 50's the mark.
On first down, McLean. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll keep it on the ground. McLean, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Throwing is Allen on third. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Pittsburgh, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the rough season continues as they've plunged to 1-13. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.